It's a lot faster. Yeah. Yeah. It might be faster on ours. Let's see. Man, it's right here. I got it. Oh, never mind. That should have ended. Yeah? Are we Gucci?
Yeah. I was picking up right there.
Finally?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are we Gucci? Finally. Don't leave that shit on.
Don't touch that one. Get Sean. Where's Sean at? And then RG.
Got it?
RG.
He said he wants, I don't know, he wants to yell something. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Do you want to go get guys?
Let's start with Stevie.
Yeah, and then both mics work. If you don't want to use both, just take one out.
All right.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep it streaming so it don't.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Easy. Let's go. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna let you use this mic.
This one?
Yes, this one. Yeah.
How you good?
I didn't have the DJ guy.
Oh.
Ah,
Every time, man, this room feels good.
no, not yet.
Oh, man.
In the building.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, there's the. Okay. Let me make sure
Yep,
I'm in
got
the
the
right
monitor
spot.
over here. I got my boy Steven Joseph in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Welcome in. Very
Man.
glad to have you here at the Filmraiser Experience.
Happy to be here, man. Happy
Yes,
to be
sir.
here.
Yes, sir. So, tell the people a little bit about yourself. For those that don't already know, I'm sure you guys have seen our interviews before. But yeah, go ahead and give people a little introduction.
Yeah, my name is Steven Joseph, hip hop artist out of Las Vegas, East Vegas to be exact. Just happy to be here to support my boy Sean and obviously spread the word about this film that they're trying to put out. And we go way back, so we're childhood friends. So it's really dope to see all this come together and celebrate my boy and his family put this stuff together. So it's cool.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing, and we've always been creative individuals. I mean, going back to Roy Martin days and the little MacBooks making music and whatnot. So what's kind of like your creative roots? Like, if you were to really just clarify for people, what are some of your creative roots that really have inspired you along the way?
Man. Well, my family is very deep rooted into gospel music. I have a very music background family. They all whether it's jazz, gospel music, hip hop, R&B, just really deep rooted in the music, and that all stemmed from what we're doing today. So just being immersed in the music, being around it, learning different chords, keys, whatever the case is, just being immersed in I would say that's the biggest thing that's gotten us to this point today. So just being around the music. My mom was in the choir. My dad was a pastor in the church. So I was, in church 8 days a week. So doing that stuff, and then obviously hearing the music, rehearsals and stuff. So that just, helped us where we got today. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I've always felt that the music and the creative process has always been a sense of discipline in a way, especially growing up in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So speak to that a little bit, growing up in the church, but also growing up in Sin City. What's that experience been?
Yeah, man. I feel like we talk about this all the time, but the melting pot that we have here in Vegas, because it's such a transit city as far as people coming in and out. You get different types of flavors of people from the Midwest, people from the East Coast, people from down south, and then there's just the people that have been here over time just growing their own sound. So it's just been great to see the melting pot over the last couple of years of just people bringing in new flavors and trying to build something new. I feel like we're really in the Renaissance era as far as Vegas goes, as far as the sound. So, but it's just been cool to see the city grow. We're one of the newer cities as far as other states and other cities across the country. But it's just been cool to see everybody kind of bring their own flavors to the pot. So,
100%, man. I think that's really true. We all have these unique perspectives.
Yeah.
I think that it's amazing that a city like Las Vegas, we get to really be original and how we express that. but at the same time, be true to ourselves. I
Yeah.
think that's a deep part of it.
Yeah, and finding an identity has been kind of like the theme for everybody here, especially if you've grown up here.
Yes.
Because there's so many things that come in and out of the city. But just the fact that I think we're starting to start to figure it out.
Yes.
Like we're on the road to figuring it out, which makes us unique because I feel like something that we're going to make is something that nobody else has seen before. So I'm really excited to see what the sounds like in the next 10, 15, 20 years for sure.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. Our sound is unique to say the least, and I think that we have a special ability to mix it in ways that
Absolutely.
it's really beautiful to see it come together.
Absolutely.
Tell the people, like, where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 3 years creatively?
Man, we try anything and everything. As far as just obviously the sounds that we put into the music, it sounds like a melting pot of what Las Vegas sounds like. Just trying to push the boundaries as much as possible, and then we want to be able to spread it across the world as much as possible as well. This year we had a big year, and hopefully to push the envelope even more the next coming years. So just spreading the word all across the globe.
Yes,
for sure.
yes. And just a few milestones. I mean, you've grown your follower count incredibly in the last year. I think that's one of the biggest things. And then the listeners, you surpassed 1 million streams.
Yeah.
With the album Channel 95.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I appreciate
on
that. I appreciate that.
What has it been like to connect with your new fan base? Like, what has it been like to engage with them and to establish these kind of new roots for your career as an artist?
Man, it's been crazy. Just seeing like people from like places that I've probably can't even point out on a map to get reaching out in the DMs and saying like, hey, we love the music. We gravitated towards this song or whatever song, and just like this song helped me bring me through a different time in my life. And this has been crazy, just not the people from here, but just from people from overseas and across the country. So it's been surreal, but it's just been really exciting to know that the music can travel so far for sure.
Yeah, man. I think that's something that I'm constantly realizing is how the more that we create, the more it just gives us tools to connect with other people.
Exactly.
And it's not about ego, and I think that that's something that's beautiful about your music in particular. Is I think the ego that you put through your music, because we all have ego, but I think the ego that you put through your music is very grounded and it's holistic, and I think that anybody can see themselves in your story in a way that is very organic, and it's uplifting in a very positive and wholesome way.
Exactly.
Like how have you kind of been able to channel that in your music?
Just taking myself out of it. I mean, that sounds like really simple, but just taking myself out of it and being like, okay, I know somebody else is going through, maybe depression, or somebody else is going through anxiety, or somebody else is going through a hardship, whatever the case is. I'm not been the best experience ever. It's like what I was talking about earlier. It's like people across the country that you don't even know, maybe gravitating to that same story.
Yes.
You just never know. So you got to put out the art the way you see it, and you never know who's going to gravitate towards it. But it's just been great to be able to tell my story and have everybody else follow along. So
yes, no, incredible. I love that. And just to bring it home, what's your top grounding exercise lately to keep you centered amongst the craziness of life?
Man, how much time you got? No, I'm just playing. Man, honestly, it's been obviously one, staying off my phone.
Yes,
because that's being on your phone could really could mess up everything. But I stay off my phone, and I mean, the kids say touch the grass, but I go out and I go out to parks. I take walks.
Yes.
Not lately because it's 137 outside, but
wow.
but I just try to get away from the day-to-day grind of just like looking at my phone, posting social media, and just take a breath and realize that I'm here where I am, and that's all I can control.
Yes.
So
100%.
Go out, take a walk, come back 10-15 minutes,
Yeah.
readjust, recenter, and that's usually what gets me right for sure.
Yes. That's beautiful, man. Thank you for sharing that. And I think that we all can learn a lot from your artistic journey.
Appreciate
because
that.
I think that you've been really true to who you are. You've been true to your family, and just lifting up the people around you. I think it's really great to see. So I'm very grateful to support you.
Same
I'm very
here.
grateful to have you here. Yeah. And yeah, man. There's many more things to come. We look forward to creating with you and doing more visuals, more experiences, more events, and we thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, this is the first of many. I feel like our roads have aligned to the point where like it's now like, oh, it's time.
Yes.
So I'm really excited, and obviously what you guys have going on is really inspirational as well. So like I commend y'all for staying the path, and this is gonna be dope, man. I'm really excited for the future for sure.
100%. Thank you for coming, my man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, always
Thank
good.
you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right.
No, that was dope. I did not. I didn't know what. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
No, that's perfect, man. Seriously.
No, that was dope. I ain't gonna lie, that was good.
Staying true to
Next
yourself
up,
is the best art.
We're gonna
Yeah,
bring
man.
Guy on.
Oh, you got the
Guy
live on too?
speaks. Oh yeah, we're multitasking.
I didn't know you had the
multi-
live
I just
too.
said we keep the organic over here. But yeah, we're bringing on Guy Speaks next. We got Chelsea Bell Walker from Socialite Design. Yeah, we got a good crowd on here. Oh yeah, we got people there.
Hello,
Shouts
people in
out
the
to
chat.
my guy Marcus, yes sir. Verona, Real Drifters Around. Love the launch.
Kind of be a like old head question. Can you collaborate on live stream with the black individual?
You know what? Let me see if I can do it.
If somebody's running the account, I guess you can just.
So like, do I have to be on it?
You might have to be on it, unless they update it where you don't have to be. But when's this podcast coming out? I know it's like y'all in the midst of everything else.
Well, it's live.
Oh, it's like okay.
Yeah.
So is that
That's
OBS?
live. That's
Yeah,
live.
this is on YouTube. We're on YouTube too. Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, man. We out here.
That's what I was trying to do for the Channel 95 show.
Bro, we literally just figured it out like 10 minutes ago. Shoot, like literally 10 minutes ago.
Literally.
Huh?
She good? Why'd you call me when you had my phone? Why'd you call me when you had my phone?
Yeah, feel free.
Thank you.
And this will be your mic here.
Okay, cool.
And then, yeah, just talking to the logo side.
Down here?
You can hold it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
Cool. Let me make sure this is all right. So we're gonna get started with our next interview. Very happy to have a longtime friend, longtime family friend, Chelsea Bell, now Chelsea Bell Walker.
Yes.
Yes,
I just
in
added
the
the
building. Yes, yes. And she is the founder of Socialite Event Design.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
So tell the people a little bit about yourself. Give a little quick
Yeah,
introduction.
so like Sean said, my name is Chelsea. I am the founder and owner of Socialite Event Design. It's an event planning company. It was a kind of passion project or passion of mine turned into a business, and I've been doing it for like 6 years now. And yeah, I love it. I love what I do. And so yeah, I create luxury events, luxury weddings for Las Vegas and beyond. So yeah.
Incredible. In 6 years, that's definitely a long time. What was it like to get your first client?
I will say, being an entrepreneur, you have to hustle. And I mean, I think so I started off and I would just plan like my friends' events. I would, like, for my groups of friends, I would plan their events. I would do stuff for my family, like Mother's Day, like just to get like my feet wet. And then my first actual wedding that I got paid for, I think I did for $400.
Oh my God.
$400, and I just wanted the experience because
Yes.
they had a really good photographer that I know was going to get me good exposure. I just wanted the experience. I mean, this was this is a long time ago, but yeah, $400, and I just did what I had to do to like gain the experience. But I will say, yeah, as an entrepreneur, I mean, you just have to hustle and grind and like not be afraid to get your feet wet and your hands dirty. Being outside your comfort zone, like you hear that, it's kind of like a little cliche, but it's so true. And like I still struggle with being outside my comfort zone, but every time you do it, you progress, and it's a really cool feeling. So.
Yes. That's incredible. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And like what has it been like for you to like build a team and like establish like roots and like really continue to build this? Because 6 years, that's really so beautiful. That's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still working. So, I mean, I feel like that's the beauty of entrepreneurship, or just like building and chasing your dreams, is that you're always kind of still going and creating. So, it's still very new. That part is still very green to me. So, I'm kind of the face of everything.
Yes.
You know, I'm in market. I wear lots of hats. So like marketing, you know, I'm CEO, CFO, like, luckily for me, like the day of the actual events, I am able to have assistants that work with me and like help set up everything. But, it's me, like driving the force right now. And then I think soon we're on the brink of like, I think I'm going to start having like a solid team, because I'm finally hitting the market and, you know, the goals that I want to for my business. So.
That's incredible. That's a huge milestone. I mean, I think what you said speaks to a lot. I think as entrepreneurs, we have to remember to start with what we have, right? And to work very hard as individuals, but by doing that, it eventually will attract the right people so that we can really move up and move higher with our vision and really see ourselves to where we want to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. And so, you know, you mentioned wearing multiple hats. Like, what has it been like for you to do that, to embrace being multidimensional and be a mother and a wife and a business
I was
owner?
gonna talk about
Yeah.
that.
What is that like?
It's a lot sometimes. Like, I remember, like, I even asked somebody this question, like, how do you balance it all? And she straight up was like, you don't. And I was kind of like, I didn't like that answer. And I was kind of always set on like proving that wrong. And sometimes I felt like, oh, balance is just as long as it's not all falling on the floor. But I'm starting to look at it different, because you know, there is no equal balance. Like, some stuff does kind of get on the back burner, you know, and like you just have to shift your priorities and know what is always going to be a priority. I mean, I just had, so, you know, I have still my baby. She just turned 2. But one goal that I had for myself is like, I just don't ever want to miss like birthdays. Like,
very important.
I love birthdays. And her birthday happened to be on the same day as my client's wedding, and it was in Mexico. And so I was like, how do I make this work? And I mean, praise be to God, but I was able to do the wedding, and you know, my husband and my daughter ended up flying out like like afterwards. So we like kind of had an extended vacation and celebrated her birthday. But yeah, it's challenging. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it really is challenging. Some days, like, I feel like I'm killing it, and like, kudos to me. And then other days, I'm just like, God, please help me. Like, tell me which way to go, because things are falling apart. So,
100%.
It's a challenge. Just being honest.
No, I think, you know, that transparency is everything. So thank you for being very authentic. I think that a lot of us that are coming into entrepreneurship, we want it to be all roses, but there are a lot of thorns. Right? And we have to be prepared for that.
Yeah, a lot of late nights, you know, having to say no. My social life has taken a tank. I will have to say that. Yeah.
I understand that fully.
Like, I was like, man, I think I'm going to start getting like uninvited, where people are going to stop texting me because my social life has just taken a tank where I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't make it. I can't do that. I'm busy this day. Like, thank God I have like a good core. I do have a good, like, solid group of friends, and we always joke because we're like, what's your calendar look like for next month? And like, we really have to schedule like time for each
Yes.
other. But yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible though. I mean, I think that it's hard to balance, but at least, you know, you have good people that
Yeah.
they at least understand, right? They get it and they
Yeah.
can honor you and your journey.
Yeah. And honestly, like, again, this is a learning process too, but for those people who don't understand, like, sometimes, you know, it's one of those, like, they're, what's that saying where, like, your friendships or relationships, like, they come for a reason and for a season kind of thing. And I've learned to just kind of look at it like that, where,
Yeah.
you know, I've lost some friendships, but I really do mean well in friendships. I value so much. So for those people who, like, are no longer my friends, I kind of just, like, I'm like, okay, well, that was our season, and it's time to either make room for something new or someone new,
Yes.
or just continue to focus on the friendships I do have,
Yes.
and build my support system and my circle.
Yeah, that's real. You know, we have to keep good people close and build that system. Like, it really is about that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And so, to wrap it all up, what is something that helps you stay grounded amongst everything that you have going on, amongst your vision and where you want to be? What helps you to stay grounded amongst it all?
God,
Yeah,
like,
God is very good.
straight up, like,
Yes.
God, like, I've been through some things.
Yes.
And just building, like, my business, like, without God, like, putting this passion in my heart and giving me, like, vision, constantly giving me opportunities that I pray about to, like,
Yeah.
step into and, like, take that challenge. Like, without him, I wouldn't even be here today. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
great. Glory to God. Like,
All glory be to
Yeah.
God. The Most High is definitely everything for us.
He
Yes.
definitely keeps me grounded, like, from the lessons that I learn, from the blessings that I get, like,
Yes.
that's number one for
Yes.
sure.
No,
Yeah.
God is supreme for sure. Yes, we have to remember it. It really
Yeah.
is like the saving grace and the greatest humbling force.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, for me, you know, everyone's
Yes.
different, but that is mine.
Yes.
That is mine.
No, I fully agree with that. I agree. Yes. No, thank you, Chelsea. I'm so happy that you
Yeah.
could be here. Thank you for sharing your story with us. And, you know, for everybody that wants to get connected, how can they get in touch with you? I'll definitely tag you in this.
Yeah,
As well.
sure. So my company is called Socialite Event Design, and on Instagram you can follow me at socialite_event design, and I have a website. It's socialitedesign.com. Yeah, those are kind of like my main sources, but
Yeah.
those are where you can follow me and connect with me and just learn more about Socialite.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure that the people will be hearing from you. I'm very glad that you can be here with us. And again, thank you for sharing your story. So
Yeah,
grateful to have you.
absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. All right. That was Chelsea Bell Walker. Thank you, guys. We're going to bring on Gaia next. Gaia speaks next. You did great.
Hey, whoa, 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 hey, hey.
Oh, this fuck.
All right, cool. I actually don't need no. I don't need no type of drink tonight. Actually, all I need is some smoke. Yeah, I'm dropping off the line.
So this will be your mic.
Okay. Where can she
And
sit?
then, anywhere. You can sit on camera if you want, or if you just want like a little beanbag here. Very cool. And we got a little.
Wait, this is so dope. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had a room back here.
Yes, yeah. Swan Dive is
What?
a nice little venue. Is this your first time here? You've been here?
Oh,
before?
I've been here hella times. Is my mic right here?
Yeah, this is your mic.
Do I hold it?
Yeah, you can hold it. You can just hold it. It can stay on the stand.
Type shit.
And then, what's it called? Speak towards like the.
Oh, of course, I got you with that. Yeah. Okay, dope.
Glad to have you here. Yeah. So you've been to Swan Dive before?
Yes, I've been here like a good amount of times. I just haven't. So two things I haven't experienced is this room and then the courtyard like this way.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, it's like a new experience today.
Okay, that's what's
I'm not
up.
mad.
Yes,
This green
yes.
couch is cute. Is it green?
No, I'm very glad
Hello?
you made it here, Gaia. Yes.
Yes.
So give the people a little introduction. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, are we looking at this one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Gaia Speaks. I like to do a lot of things. I am mainly a video editor, you know, when it comes to like videos, videography, filming, painting is a big one for me too.
Okay. Yeah, I saw you have a live painting coming up.
I have a million live paintings coming up.
Yeah. So tell us how you got into that. Was that kind of like your artistic base, or is that just something you picked up kind of on the journey?
Okay, so yeah, I picked it up. Video has been in my life forever. More journalism, so like storytelling and stuff like that. That's been forever. But I kind of dabbled in more with painting when it came to during COVID.
Really? Okay. Yeah, because we're locked in.
Yeah, and then I put on Bob Ross because that's a
Yeah.
very gentle teacher, and I need a gentle teacher.
Yes.
And it was cool. It was a vibe. After that, like just doing, following tutorials, I was like, all right, I kind of like the vibe, and that was a while ago now. Damn, that was 5 years ago. Crazy
It's
to think
crazy
about.
to think of. I always feel like the pandemic era was like a whole time warp.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 3 years within that 1 year. But
Yeah.
after that, like, I started doing like work in the community.
Okay.
And I feel like once I started doing that, it opened up like a lot of different avenues for me and expressing myself. So
Yeah.
I started like painting on my clothes. So I paint
Okay.
I paint on like a lot of different things, not necessarily canvases. So I do
Okay.
clothes. I have a mannequin. I paint on like
Interesting.
record players, like whatever. I'd like to paint on stuff, like just to give it a little bit more,
More character.
a little more pizzazz. You know what I mean? Like I
Yes.
paint on this, you know.
Yes. Give it some more.
Give
life,
it some more
you
life.
know?
Yeah.
Bring it back.
For
yes.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I do. A lot of
Word.
stuff.
Okay, that's awesome. And so journalism. So really, it all started just kind of trying to like tell these stories
Yep.
about just what was going on current times.
Yeah, like I was in middle school, I learned just how to do it, like just how to shoot really bad videos and learn how to read the script from a teleprompter. But then in high school, yeah, we were outside like every single we would just like find stories to do, right?
Yeah,
So like
okay.
they're like, all right, do the Santa run, you know the Santa run?
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they go out on a Sunday morning and go film it and make a story of it, you know?
Okay.
And so we had to like write, a script and be like, oh, on Sunday, this past Sunday, we were out on the Santa run, over 3 miles were run, and all for a good cause. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we had to write
Yes.
like a news story,
And
and we did
produce
that. Produce it. We had to do that every week. Like every week, we did like several stories and learn how to write, learned how to speak. Like that's a big thing for me now. Cause now, okay, I'm also a host.
Yes. Yeah.
I love a
okay.
mic
Yes.
and interviewing and stuff. But back then, like I didn't even know. My teacher was like, "You have a lisp." I was like, "I have a lisp." Like I had a lot of speech impediments back then.
Okay.
And just stuff like that. Like I learned all the awkward stuff.
Yeah, and
That
like
part
how
of
to
being on
own
camera.
yourself.
Yeah. So it's been like such a journey. It's been a very long journey of like
Yes.
all the stuff that I do.
Okay,
for sure.
that's pretty incredible. I mean, and so for me, like I became aware of you when you released your film.
Ooh,
right?
which
So,
one?
I forget the name of it. It came out last year, and I believe you did like a couple screenings for it.
Oh, I think I only have like one that really came out. So yeah.
That
No, I had another one.
Yes.
No, and I never. But you're so right. Yeah, I think it's a summer in Vegas. I think
Yes,
that's
it
the
is.
one.
It's a summer
okay,
in Vegas. Yes,
okay.
because and are you from Vegas originally?
Oh yeah, born and
Yes.
raised.
Okay, so likewise, so that for me, like to see that
Oh.
was really awesome because like so my creative journey and my background, like Urban Conscious has been this it's an artistic community, right? It's always been about bringing people together, providing a platform for all these creative people that I know, and film has been at the back of it, but it has never necessarily I didn't really see it as like my main thing, but to see you compose this film and to like put it together, it made me realize like, wow, like I should stop doubting myself about like
Ooh,
what film
wow.
can be and how we can do that as locals. So what was that process like for you to like
Whoa.
compose it and like
What
just
a
bring it
question.
together?
Yo, thank you. What a question.
Yeah.
That was great. Yo, so same thing for me. Like, I told you, once I started doing community stuff, like it genuinely opened up avenues for me.
Yeah.
And one thing I wanted to do was a film, and I don't know like film necessarily. Like I
Okay.
don't know like the ins and outs and the scripts, but I knew I wanted to make something to shed awareness to a problem in Vegas, and that's what it was about. Like, and that problem was teachers and making sure that they get paid enough. And it was like during like the contracts, like
Yes.
like they do a renewal every 2 years, and they
Yes.
always protest because they don't get paid enough.
Yeah,
So
never.
I was caught up in there, and I was like, we're gonna make a film about it, but I know that I have creative people with me, and
Yes.
everybody on that was just down to just do it. Like it wasn't even like it wasn't, I just said who wants to be a part of it, and I just reached out to people. I like had like 5 videographers, and they had like crazy cameras, and I didn't like, there was no budget. Like I just was like, I don't have anything, but this is for this.
Yeah.
And
it's
like,
for a just cause.
yeah, and there was a lot of passionate people that just came out of the WordWorks, dancers, videographer, actors. Like it was crazy. Like
Yes.
I think if you just put like your energy out, like, hey, this is what I want, like I think you will always get rewarded that. That's what I feel.
I fully
That's what
agree
that
with that.
was for me. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't this whole production. Like we did it in like 2 weeks. I edited all of
Oh my
it.
God.
Yeah.
That's so fast.
Yeah, but even if 2 weeks, but like I edit everything, and just so I can get that off my brain. Like I feel good
Yes.
about that, because I didn't write a script. I feel like if any editor, they'd be like, "What the hell do you have here?"
Yeah,
and I'd be like,
okay.
"I get it. I didn't write a whole thing for it. No storyboards, anything. Just
Interesting. It was
straight
just
vibes.
very raw.
Very raw."
Okay,
Yeah.
but I love that, because for me I felt like it was very well thought out.
Yeah, thank you.
And-
It was thought out.
Yeah.
But it was like, I feel like if it was a real like if it was maybe I'm like doubting myself a little bit, but I just feel like sometimes when you're around people who really do this shit,
Yeah.
like
I understand
you
that.
know, and I gotta give
Yeah.
them respect for that, because they do storyboards and they write it and they take a long time, and I
Yes.
didn't. But I think it
Yes.
still did its thing, though. I'm very proud of that
Yes.
film. That's all.
Yes. No,
So I
and
appreciate you.
You should be, because I think like this is something that my sister and I have really gone through with this project, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we have. It started with the book, and then she was inspired to do the
Yeah.
short film. My sister's background, she also started in journalism, and that got her into
Nice.
filmmaking.
Yeah.
And so for us, it's been a lot of like this sketching, like it's like visual sketching in a way, with like poetry and the visual process, where she's very thorough in her process, whereas I'm very abstract and in the moment.
Yeah, me
And,
too.
you know, and so to hear you say that, I think that is a big part of it. You just have to
Yeah.
get it out and
Yeah.
see it and be proud of it, because it's going to be part of your portfolio, you know? And I see
Yeah.
what you do. I feel like I see you as an artist.
Thank
and I
you.
think you represent a lot of what, to me, Vegas is about, which is just
Ooh.
being organic and not really trying to be like other people, but just
Oh yeah,
being
only
like
way to
who you
be.
are.
Only way to be.
Yeah.
And you know, one
Yeah.
thing I think is like, I was talking to someone about this earlier. When it comes to like painting, like they're like, "Do you ever think about what you're gonna paint?" And I'm like, "Dude, like, no, because I can't all the time.
Yes.
I'm an overthinker,
Yes.
and like I can overthink too much, and like the whole like perfection. I'm like anti-perfectionist, and I say that because like I used to strive for that all the time, and it just always made me feel worse about myself.
Yes.
But once I got past that and just was like, all right, I'm gonna do it, and I'll do it messy, I'll do it ugly, whatever, but just get it done.
Yeah.
Like that's helped me a lot in that, and just creating
Yes.
and producing instead of like waiting
And
for the
holding on to it.
holding on to something
Yeah.
that I think should be perfect, and it's not the way I want it to be, and it's like I had to let go of that and just like make shit. Excuse me.
Yeah. No,
But
yeah, that's
okay, we're
it's
good. We're good here.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're good. Yeah.
but just make something, and if it's ugly, it's ugly. And real, I've been on that, but there's no ugly. But I see it sometimes like that, in the sense of like I wasn't thinking about anyone else's eyes here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think that's the biggest part of it. I think Rick Rubin says, like, if you
Rick
are...
Rubin, that's
Yeah,
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I love his philosophy, but he said, if you're making art to please other people, it's decoration.
Yo, from the book?
Yeah.
Yo, that book was the best book ever.
Yeah, incredible. Because I think that they're like cones, like the Zen cone. Like it's
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
idea that frees your mind, and I love that he composed in that way, because for me that is what kind of has been getting me out of that feeling of like I need other people to like it.
Yeah.
Because is that even valid? I think that it's all about our creative journey, and I think that each person's journey is individual, and as artists we are entitled to that ugliness because it just helps us get closer to what we find beautiful.
Yeah. You know, one thing he also said that I liked was that he said if everyone likes your art, it's probably not that good.
Yeah.
He's like, if you have really great art, you're gonna make a divide between people who really like it and people who don't. And I thought that was cool.
Real.
Yeah, because I was like, because if you're always not like, people have to like it. And don't get me wrong, it's not an easy thing. Like, there's so many times where like I hate what I paint.
Yeah.
But later I like it, and I'm not mad at those moments. But so I just want to say that too. It's not like I'm messy and whatever, but like it's a process. But
yes,
I feel like, yeah, like divide, like push boundaries when you're doing anything, and because not everyone's gonna like it, but I'd encourage you to do something that you don't even like.
Yeah, I think so
you know,
too.
something different.
Yes, I think that's really important. I bought a guitar recently, and it's just been a process of understanding. My background is in music. I played drums growing up, and I taught myself keys. I've been teaching myself keys, but guitar was always something that felt so far like outside of my ability. But the more that I explore creatively, the more I just have fun with it.
Yep.
And I think that ugliness is important just for process. Like you said, it's just about discovery. It's about being out of the box, and I think that it's important as creatives that we're willing to do that.
Yeah. I think ugly is a good word.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's okay to be a little ugly sometimes.
That's a good. Nothing is pretty all the time. Like, especially like the process.
Yeah.
The process is ugly.
Yes.
And I think if everyone can accept that, then we chilling.
Yes. So this, I really hope that it's not the last time that we connect, because I really love your vision, and I believe that we will create something at some point in time.
Cool. Let me know.
Yes,
we could do it
100%,
soon.
Yeah. So our team, we're really looking to do more visuals, and we want to show Vegas in a different light than just this like glitz and glam, like on the strip attitude. I feel like for people that live here, we understand the city with a little bit more nuance, and I think that there's a lot of opportunities to tell stories. Just the fact that you told a story about teachers. My mother is the principal of the high school that my sister and I both graduated from, and so for that full circle moment, and to hear her stories and to understand how many people she's impacted, I just feel you know, like these people need more love and light. So
totally. Education.
Like, yes.
Oh my God.
Like this is essential to who we are, and so I think that I do think there's opportunities for us to create, but to bring this interview full circle, like what is something that kind of helps you to feel grounded as a creative and to just really feel like you?
Man, I throw myself into things that make me like excited, and they're very different. Like I have routines until it's time to create, until it's time to be great.
Yes.
Then my life gets incredibly chaotic.
Yes.
But like that's a really good part for me, and it's like it's so uncomfortable, and it's also like, but I'm in it though, and like, cause like for example, like let's say I was gonna create and I have like this perfect schedule, and I'm still perfect scheduling and also being creative. It doesn't work because like I can never sit down. I always try. All right, at 7 p.m. I'm gonna start this painting, and I sit down. I'm like, I can't. Well, like this painting's so overwhelming for me, but maybe I'll go out tonight. Tomorrow morning, I wake up at like 6:30 a.m. and the blue is speaking to me. I'm gonna just splash some blue on this. Like it's like it only comes out in certain moments, and like so I put myself, and I don't feel guilty for anything. Like in those moments, like if I need more like pleasure, if I need to go out, if I need to eat the foods that I like stuff like that, how I dress, like everything just gets more chaotic, and even like my environment does, but it's not always like that. But I do respect those times that I can't get so like in my head about it,
that's so it's really just embracing the
Yeah.
fluidity of life.
Embracing that, because you know what I
Yeah.
think the whole imposter syndrome and the like all these ugly things that we can go through, like if you can just like, you know, when we talk about like rock stars and it's
Yeah.
like so cool when they're like so weird and like
Yeah.
oh like he was crazy da, da, da. But I get it though, because they have to be in this different state of
Yeah.
like that of a state that other people aren't in.
Yes.
And the other people are like, whoa, but it's like you have to like
You have to go there.
you have to go there. You have
Yeah.
to make a journey to this place where everything's off and it's weird and uncomfortable, but like then the creative part isn't the biggest thing. Like
right.
you're just creating, I'm doing whatever. Everything else is crazy. Like
Yeah.
like the way I get to work, the way I get to school is crazy, but I'm making it and everyone's like, how do you do it? And it's like, I don't know, but we're making it happen instead of like being
Yes.
so like perfect. Because if I was perfect, I'm sure I would like mess up a lot of stuff and overthink and be in that state of like, I'm not doing what I have to do.
Yeah.
I'm behind and I can get there so easily.
Yeah.
But if I can just like ride the wave of like life and let it be chaotic, because that's when too, when you get, I'm gonna ramble for a second, but
Oh yeah, go ahead.
when you get in like, you know, when something happens in life, you know, where you want to, you say, I want to do this, I want to commit to this, and like everything crazy happens, like so many
Yes.
changes happen.
It's like the universe is conspiring to tell you no.
Right, but
Yeah.
but it's almost like, because the universe wants you to change into this new thing.
Yes.
But
yes.
everyone's gonna resist
Yes.
it,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, well, it shouldn't feel this different, it shouldn't feel this. But like if you embrace it
Yeah.
and let that change you, all this shit that's coming to you, like if there's like things being taken away from you, being added in, like if there's just things and it feels like so overwhelming, like embrace that part so much. And it's
I
so
hear you.
it's so crazy, and it's like it's crazy to say that in the way of like, because when you're in it, you're not gonna feel that way, but if you do it enough times, you're gonna be like, okay, this is it. Like this is me
Yes.
morphing into like a new artist, morphing into an artist that's pushing boundaries. I'm not staying the same.
Yes.
You should be uncomfortable, especially if you're an artist.
I agree.
It's unfortunate, but it's also really beautiful. Like
Yes.
we get to live a different life.
Yes, we get to take a perspective that others maybe can't articulate, and we get to do that and give others a sense of freedom because of it.
Ooh, and do it so many times,
Yeah.
but we have a lot more grace than other people.
Yes. Yes.
Because
we have to.
we're artists, so it's like,
Yeah.
but as long as we produce.
Yes.
So-
yes, that's true. We have
Yeah.
to allow, and I love that you said it, to just embrace those ugly bits and just let the work come.
Yeah.
And ride that wave, because I do feel in my practice that that's been a big part of it, is just riding the wave, not feeling like it needs to look what I think it looks like in my head or sounds what I think it sounds like in my head, but just to embrace the process and let it come together, and then from there it'll be what it needs to be. You know?
And then you move on from it. That's an
Yes.
important one too.
Yes. Yeah.
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 You make it and you move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one too. Do not sit there and stare at it. Get away from it and move on. Do a new
Yes.
piece. Do a new song.
Yes.
Like do a new thing. Like invite new people over. Like something like
Yes.
that. Like I just think that's the best way to do it. Yeah, you're gonna. Woo, what a process. Think about this. It's cool though. Thank you for asking me these
Yes,
questions. Really
of
good
course.
questions. Yeah.
Gaia, thank you for being here
Yes.
with us. Like, sincerely, I appreciate your presence. I'm looking forward to creating in the future.
Same.
You know, tell the people if you have anything coming up, anything that we should look out for. I know we have the live painting experience that's coming up this weekend.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a few things this weekend. So,
Yes.
it's Thursday. So I have on Saturday S West, done by Chimney Yoka. One
Oh,
of the,
incredible. I went to middle school
let's
with Chimney.
go.
I literally went to middle school with
Isn't Chimney like the best?
She's incredible. Me and there's like
That's what I'm talking
4 other
about,
guys
bro.
out there. We literally all went to middle school with Chimney.
That's some Vegas
It's
shit right
crazy.
there. That's some
Crazy.
Vegas
It's
shit right
crazy.
there.
Oh my god.
Chimney has you guys should come then.
Yes.
She
She's
has
incredible.
it's an incredible venue, and I'm gonna do a painting there.
Okay,
So
awesome.
I have a huge painting, biggest canvas I've made so far, and she asked me to do like something that related to her album. So it's an album showcase.
Yes.
Saturday night, 7 p.m. S West.
Yes.
Sunday, Obodo Garden. Yo, that's
Okay.
like if you don't know Obodo, like that's like a staple in the community, like a locally grown food place. Like I think they have their own supermarket now, and they need funding. They need to
Yes,
raise some
keep
more
it
money
going.
because they're getting
Show out,
grants.
community.
Grants are getting cut.
Yeah. Oh my
from a lot of
gosh.
different artists, a lot of our people are getting like impacted.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be live painting there
Incredible.
to kind of like raise awareness. We're doing an auction,
Incredible.
and we're also doing. What else am I doing? Sunday, and then Monday I'm doing is art combat. So I'm doing I'm doing an art competition, dude, where 90 minutes we're like competing with each other who can make.
Okay.
That's crazy to me.
Yes.
So wish me luck on all of that,
A
dude.
little friendly competition.
A friendly competition, yes.
Yes.
I'm a new recruit, is what they call me.
Okay.
Soldier. But
Yes.
that's what Paint with Angelique. Shout out to her. She's really cool, and she's putting a lot of painters on. But yeah, I have a really busy weekend, and
Yes.
and then I had this today. Well, this is cool. I like interviews,
is
though. I
good.
can always chill out and just carry a mic in my hand. That's easy.
Yes.
That's not too bad.
Oh, man. Thank you, Guy, for coming with us.
Of course, Sean. Thank
and
you.
We, again, like, support everybody, support Guy. What's your page so everybody can tap in with you?
Yeah, my Instagram is Gaia Speak, and I also do the Vegas Creative Network too. That's about to have some action in the next few months. So definitely we'll look into that.
Yes. Vegas Creative Network. Let's stay in touch. Yes.
Hey, thank you, Sean. I
Of course.
appreciate you,
Thank
and your
you.
fit's fire.
Oh, thank you. Likewise, we stay fly.
Yeah, wait, hold on. What was your inspiration for this fit?
I'm very much inspired by Asiatic fashion, but I'm also
Asiatic?
Yes,
Whoa.
I'm at this point
I'll
where
write that down real quick.
So I don't know if you ever looked into the doctrine of the original Asiatic black man, but I've come into this awareness of black people as more universal than just African, and our fabrics and the way that we dress and the way that we look, it is something that is everywhere in the world. So this for me is like a global look. It's inspired by that Asiatic feeling, but then also making it modern and just having some nice fly minimalist pieces.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool. Yeah, I love your
Yes.
fit. Fire.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate
Yes, appreciate you.
you. Yeah, appreciate
Yes,
you, man.
thank you.
I'll give you a hug, man.
Yes.
Appreciate you. Thank you for asking me, man.
Of course. Yes,
Hell
thank
yeah.
you for coming here. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I'll see you around, okay?
Yes, definitely enjoy. Check out. I don't know if you checked out the book yet, but check out the book. It's over there. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Of course. Thank you.
What up, Frankie Bros? How you living, bros? When you supposed to go out there, bro?
11.
Oh, bet.
Is that still on there? Yeah, sorry, cool. Let us know if you guys can hear okay. If not, all good. We definitely got another live stream going on YouTube
And TikTok.
and TikTok.
Yeah, let me go check the audio. Yeah, audio straight.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right.
All right, y'all. So, we're in the building with the 702.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, tell the people about yourselves. Let's go. Let's get a quick introduction.
Well, it's your boy. I'll go by your favorite cousin, Brother Kyle.
Brother Kyle.
That's actually backwards. It's your favorite cousin, Brother Kyle. Did I just say that again?
Oh yeah, bro.
I'm trolling. I'm really trolling. Don't mind that. You guys should just call me CK, part of the 702 group.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And I'm here with FG, finally grounded, finally ground.
Yes, sir. In the building. The
Yes, sir.
Filmraiser.
My name is Catrion, the one and only. You know what I mean? Creator of the 702 group. Just a local group in Vegas full of creatives, artists, to anybody who can do anything, bro. We want you to come. As long as you want to rep Vegas, as long as you want to embody the spirit of Vegas, we welcome you into the group. So
Yes, most definitely. So Vegas is most definitely in the building. What do you feel like people don't understand about growing up in Las Vegas?
I think for me personally, I think people don't understand that growing up here is more than just partying. It's more than just sin. Like, I know we have the name Sin City, but we're more than just sin. Like, we don't grow up wanting to, you know what I mean? It's not like we're indoctrinated to go drink, go to the club, all this shit. Like, no, we all make our own choices at the end of the day, and it just so happens that this is our environment, so of course we're gonna indulge in it. But that's not Vegas. Like, you feel me? People get surprised when they see that the suburbs of Vegas, and it's like, would you think we all lived in
nice over there,
you
like,
feel me?
yeah,
Like, you think we thought we lived in hotels? Like,
hotels
nah.
and tellies and everything.
And it's
Border Vegas for sure.
like it's so much culture here in the crevices and the shadows of Vegas that people don't realize what's actually going on out here. So it's definitely misunderstood.
I agree, man. Yeah, I think that we get a bad rap because of the media and because of just the propaganda around the city.
For sure.
How do you feel like as creatives that like we can either? How do you feel like we play into it? Do we play into it? Do we try to change it? What do you feel like as artists in Las Vegas that we have to do?
As artists, as in Las Vegas, I feel like, I don't know, you just kind of just gotta get out there and do our own thing, kind of get away from the stigma of, you know, casinos and gambling. I mean, that's always gonna be here and whatnot, but I feel like there are a lot of smaller creatives around Las Vegas that are that can definitely show out a little bit, you know.
Oh, most definitely.
Our voice is small, but it's very loud out here, I believe. Very
That's
loud.
very real. I feel like that's been one of the themes of the night is that, you know, we may not see that we are a big city, but we're a bigger city than we realize, and we have to use our platform and just keep creating so that we can show that.
And Vegas is an upcoming hotspot right now. I mean, in a couple of years, we're gonna be a super city. You know, I feel like, and You know, I feel like Vegas is almost up for grabs for a lot of things. You know, a lot of people can just come in and, you know, and just take over. It's just about that time for creators to step up.
For sure,
That's
we're
facts,
definitely
man.
we was actually just talking about it the other day at the studio. Is the Vegas, like, there's no face to Vegas. Like, you look at Cali, you think, you know, Snoop Dogg, Dre, you know, all those icons. You think, you go to East Coast, you go to New York, you think Nas, you think, oh, like I said, all those rap icons that come out of New York. Then you come to Vegas and you think gambling, you think sin, you think this and that. And of course, people have had their moments, their residencies, whatever here, but there's no like face to Vegas. It's like, oh, we're here in Vegas, but my crib is, my home is here.
I'm about to
Like,
get from out here,
it's
bro.
just
And really, Vegas doesn't get love. There's a lot of artists who skip, you know, Vegas on their tours and whatnot. A lot of events don't come to Vegas, you know.
Facts, and
So
they think it's, like I said, they think it's not the place to be. Like, it's so much culture. They think that their music not being played out here, but really everybody out here want to come see them. And when they, you feel me, when they come out, we show out. So
That's facts.
we do every time.
That is facts. I think that that's so true. We got to show up and show out. I think that because we don't have a face, it gives us a chance to really create our own. You know?
For sure.
And I think that it is very important that we continue to create our art. So on that tip, like when can we expect to hear from the 702? What's the next project? What's up? What's on the
Man, so for sure, definitely before the end of the year, we're aiming to have at least a little EP out by the end of August. By the end of July, yeah, by the end of July, maybe August. But if we don't have that EP out, then we're definitely gonna we're building an experience with our first album and have that out before the end of the year. So
yes, incredible. And what kind of music are you guys making? Is there how are we calling the genre?
We'll say we're going for hip hop, rap. Kind of
see,
sort
like,
of.
I'm not, yes, but in the sense, building off that last question, we're trying to create our own thing. You feel me? Trying to create our own lane, and really our style is Vegas style. Like, there's really no other way to put it aside from that, because Vegas is such a melting pot that, you feel me, I'm taking so much, I don't even want to say taking so much, but I'm influenced by so much culture from not even just America, but just from around the world, that it all literally comes to Vegas. You feel me? You got every single culture here in Vegas. So it's a melting pot. So like I said, our style is just going to be Vegas style.
That's facts, man.
That's a great way
I
of
love
explaining
that. Yeah, and I think that is a big thing about our city, right? Like, we really do have our own unique style.
Facts.
I think that if you're from here, you can recognize Vegas people, but if you're not from here, you'll never really know where we're from.
For
We're
sure.
just like aliens.
For sure,
But
yeah.
that's like the greatest thing.
Yeah, no, for real. Because when you go out of town and, you know, people hear you're from Vegas, you're like, oh, like what do you mean? You're like, you still,
unfamiliar.
like what? Like, it's a surprise or something. Like, I can't be from Vegas, bro. Like,
Yes. No, I love that. Okay, and then so to bring it all full circle, like what do you guys feel keeps you grounded amongst this crazy city, and what do you feel like is your greatest aspiration for yourself within the next 3 to 5 years?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, what I feel like keeps me grounded in this city, you know, I like to spend a lot of time away from the city sometimes, and, you know, try to get out into nature. Really, I like to do a lot of hiking at Red Rock and, you know, in Mount Charleston. You know, I just try to sometimes get into solitude, you know, and also staying close to my creativity, making sure that I'm always working on my creativity and growing on that. And what was the second question? I'm sorry.
Big aspirations.
Oh,
Something
big
you have
aspirations.
for the next 3 to 5 years. Yeah.
Well, I want to have a couple films put out. Honestly, working on a little music right now. You know, maybe even let's say you said 3 to 5 years, maybe even 2 to 3 albums. You know,
I think that's
maybe even more.
At
You
least
know,
one a year, bro.
one a year.
Yeah,
I mean, we're early. We gotta push stuff out.
Minimum, one a year.
Okay, that's understandable. That's
Yeah.
understandable.
I like that. I think that's attainable.
And another thing, you know, I want to start streaming. You know, get more out there. Get my face more out there. Be more
100%.
seen.
I think ruthless self-promotion is important.
Yeah,
Like,
it
y'all
is. In this
definitely
day and
got
age
energy.
as well.
Yeah, so don't be afraid to put it out there.
For
Be
sure.
you know, be you on camera.
Thank
I
you.
think people will respect it. They'll be attracted to it. I think people will like the energy. It's organic, you know. Yeah, I'm excited to see what else you guys got coming on.
We appreciate it. We're definitely excited to create and bring the city together. And like, for me, I think what keeps me grounded in this city is definitely one. Definitely my girlfriend. Let's start there. You feel me? A happy wife, happy life, and she does a lot for me in every single way. And I honestly wouldn't be here without her. So first and foremost, her. Secondly, definitely just creating and music in general, because I kind of get lost in music. For me, it's visual. Whenever I hear anything, I automatically start seeing pictures, and a video or whatever. Start visualizer plays in my head. So, and it recenters me, it refocuses me. So whenever with anxiety or whatever, it just starts some music and just kind of recenter myself. But music has definitely always been a way for me to ground myself, and especially in this crazy city, because you step outside, you can't hear your thoughts for nothing. So yeah, and then definitely in the next 3 to 5 years, like I said, at minimum, one album a year. But in the next 3 to 5, in the next three at least, I definitely see as a creative, as the Black Eater production, the 702, Urban Conscious, 86, 89, Shutter District, Vegas Style, all of us, I definitely just see us blowing up and really stepping into the quote unquote face of Vegas. Because I don't think, like, I know I said earlier, like, the Vegas is up for grabs, but I truly don't think that there can ever be a face to Vegas. So I think more so, like, it should be, it takes a village. It takes a village at the end of the day. So that's definitely the approach when it comes to the industry. And like I said, the next 3 to 5 years, I see us taking over the game, coming out here, opening up our own studios, and connecting the community like we want to, and giving back and helping out like we always truly planned and how we were meant to. So
yes, no, I completely agree with that. And I think that is something that is really interesting about this city, is that I don't think that it could ever be just one face. I think that it is super important for us to recognize the collectives, and I think that that's the beauty of the city, right? We all have our own collectives, but we can come together and we can make something that is really special and unique and still be our own individuals. And I think that is like the most beautiful thing about Las Vegas that other cities don't really have.
For sure,
and play a part of creating.
And we were literally talking about that the other day too. I was like, I think the one like big thing about Vegas that truly like stands out is the connections. Like you come to Vegas, if you know somebody,
Vegas is like, really, it's a growing city, but a lot of people know somebody that knows somebody, and you probably know that person. It's very small.
And it can technically be said about anywhere, but it's it's different. Like Vegas, this nigga, he's born in DC, came to Vegas. My parents born in Cali, went to Mississippi. I got family back down south. Like, it's hearing everybody from, your parents migrated from Detroit, Texas, just hearing everybody's story, hearing how everybody came together, and hearing how we all were meant to be here together at the same time, but just seeing how we all connected. And it's just, it really is that the connections that stand out in Vegas, and that really puts us apart from other cities. Like, that's, it's for sure, it's connections.
That's straight facts. I think, we got to keep doing what we're doing. Keep making the music. I'm definitely excited for what you guys have coming. Tell the people where they can find you guys.
Facts.
We'll be working on that, we'll be working on that for our music. But if you want to find me, you can look me up on Instagram at, I believe it's DJ Wave Baby, and on TikTok you can find me at an.kyle.
Okay.
You can find me on all platforms at KAUTRIAUN, Katrion, straightforward. And I do video editing, so if you're into AMVs, anything like that, I have my video editing page, Katrion TV, just as simple as that. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. So tap in, check us out.
Yes,
and,
sir.
702 coming soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for coming through today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Oh wait, Aaron wants to get somebody. He said Aaron wants to get somebody.
They got a whole green room in there. Yeah, this shit's fire though. For sure, cool. I think I went to like one event up here before, but they just had the outside open though when I came, I believe.
Yeah, it's a huge spot. Like honestly, this is. I feel like, and feel free, y'all can hold the mic kind of. That one shouldn't be what's it called? So I got 27 degenerates in the building.
Yo.
Just continuing our conversation, but Swan Dive. We're here at Swan Dive for everybody who doesn't know. Swan Dive Las Vegas has been open for maybe like a year. This venue is definitely probably one of the best new venues in Vegas as far as like local events.
Yeah. I mean, it's my first time here, you know what I mean? But it's definitely fly. It's definitely a nice event. It's big. It's big.
Yeah,
it's big. I didn't think it was going to be this big. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, if you hear this, if you're out, come through. To get started, give the people a little introduction about yourselves. Let the people know who you are. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Chuck, you know what I'm saying? AKA Chuck Having, 27 Degenerates, you know what I'm saying? We up here tonight kicking it with my boy Sean, popping out for him, supporting all that. Come pop about the brand, let y'all know something.
Yes, sir.
It's me, AKA the most copy, you know what I mean? I am the most copy, don't get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We here representing 27 Degenerates, our brand. It's limited quantity, high quality. I don't even know what else to say about it, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we out here.
Hey, no, I love that. That's really a great introduction to the brand. And, you guys been doing this for, what is this, like your third, fourth year?
I want to say it's our fourth year, yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a long time in the works. Wearable art, I love that part of it. How did you guys kind of get started with this brand? What was like the impetus of it all?
Well, essentially, I came up with the brand 5 years ago. Yeah. 5 years ago. I talked to, Tiff, my girl, about it. She kind of gave me insight as to, because the biggest pushback is, how is it going to be sustainable? So that was like the first question she asked. Like, if it's going to be 27 everything, like I feel like you might start running out of ideas, or like what if it starts selling out fast and like you can't like keep up with it. So we have a plan for that. We ain't going to disclose what the plan is, but we got a plan for that.
We keep things mysterious around here.
But
yes.
But one of the biggest things was like, well, how if it starts getting big, how are people going to know that this is the 27? So she actually came up with the piece number. Like that wasn't my idea, that was her idea. But she has like a photography background, like printmaking. So with printmaking, it's like some piece number, like some prints are more expensive than others.
Yes.
So that's kind of where that came from. And then honestly, me and bro just we used to link up all the time and just watch Laker games over his spot. So it kind of was just like I just started talking to him about it, and like I'll let
Yeah, so basically, like, we came together and we was like, cause the whole thing with us too is like, we see that the streetwear started getting more like just overly produced and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
so
kind of watered down.
Yeah, another thing was too, like, we wanted to bring back the exclusivity of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, make it more rare. Like it used to be back in the day. Like like everyone couldn't get a Supreme shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone now it's like everyone can kind of get anything. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like you go to the club or you go outside and like everyone's just in it. And it's like it's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying, to be a part of the community. But then sometimes they kind of get washed out. You know what I'm saying? So like we want to bring back that more like like you're. Not too many people got this, you know what I'm saying, like that. And then also with the quality and stuff like that too, like that's another thing with the mass producing and all that stuff. We wanted to bring back the higher quality, more luxury into the streetwear, where if it's just not so much cheap stuff, you know what I'm saying, just being pushed out. So
yes,
that's another thing.
No, that's the realest. I think quality is really what's missing to me when it comes to fashion.
Yeah.
And there's so many brands that can put out a lot of work, but I think that there's something to be said about taking the time to be considered and put out pieces that tell a story. I definitely feel like that's a part of what you guys do. What are some of like those inspirations for like the stories with the brand? Like what's for the capsules that we've had so far? What kind of got you guys to kind of bring these colors, these themes? Like where does even Sunny come from with the brand?
Honestly, it kind of like everything just kind of happened pretty organic. Yeah,
it's
it's
things
more
we've
life
been
experience.
through, like real things that we've been through, like things we've done, stuff like that, like stuff we've seen clearly, like that.
It's definitely life experience stuff.
Yeah.
Like, all the first stuff like I designed. It's kind of crazy because like people like when we wear, I feel like when we wear like the hoodie or when we wear like when you wear the wolf and sheepskin shirt a lot, you always get like compliments on that. But people always ask about that stuff, and I'm like, it's kind of crazy because that was the first stuff we put out. Yeah. But I think it resonates more because it does come from life experience. Like everything, I can explain everything. I don't do a good job at that because like as a creative, I kind of get in my head a lot. So like he's trying to get me out of my shell to like even like be here and stuff like that. I don't go outside.
Hey, for people that don't understand, we be locked in, bro. We do our jobs. We go take care of our family. We pop out only when we need to.
Facts.
That's really it. But I think it's true though. Like the wearable art part of it, I think is something that's so amazing because just the few times we do go out, it says a lot. Right? Yeah. Like people resonate with it. Like you said, they resonate with these ideas, and even if it's something that came out 2-3 years ago, it has a certain energy that carries it through. Like how do you feel like you guys speak to like the timeless in fashion?
So like even like one of my close friends from Pittsburgh, you know JD.
Yeah.
JD was at Dreamville Fest, the last Dreamville Fest that there was, and the whole thing with the brand is like. When you see somebody wear a bust-down Cartier, it's like, okay, cool. Like, but when you see somebody wear like a presidential Rolex, you want to talk to them, especially if you have that, you're part of that community. You want to talk to them and be like, what do you know about this piece? Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's a part of a community. Like, you're a community. Whereas like a bust-down, it's just like anybody can get a bust-down. You know what I mean? Like, not anybody, but you know what I mean? Like,
it's commonplace.
It's mass-produced. You know what I mean? Whereas like if you see like a Yachtmaster or a Day from a specific time or age or something like you see a Cartier crash, or you're like, what the hell do you know about that? Like, you spent all that money on this old watch. Like, you know what I mean? What do you know? So it's like a community. So he was at Dreamville Fest, and he's just like, he FaceTimes me. He's like, bro, I think I see your brand like in the crowd. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. There's like 15,000 people here.
Yes.
But he's like, I recognize it.
Pieces,
so he walks up to him, ends up being one of my other homies that he didn't know back home, and now they're connected. You know,
Yeah.
so like now they got a chance
building
to
building a community, you know.
Right.
Yes.
So it's dope to like be able to see stuff like that in real time. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're actually build like what we set out to do. We set out to build a community. We set out to put out pieces like this. Like this is like the highest quality cotton you could get. Like you know what I mean? Like, this stuff like
Long staple cotton.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hard to produce stuff like that at the quantity that we're at. So like there's a lot of learning curve. But I feel like we kind of hit that spot where like we figured it out.
Yeah, we definitely figured it out. No, we figured out that sauce. But also too, like even with so like I said, with like building a community and stuff like that, like just like I feel like the type of vibe we're pushing and stuff like that. Like once we tell people and stuff like it's like 'cause there's more people out there that feel the type of way we feel like and stuff about like so like once we tell you what it is and stuff, you kind of like be like, oh yeah, I kind of like that, you know what I'm saying? You kind of want to be a part of that community because then like if you're like me, like even when it comes to like shoes and stuff, like I like wearing like special collab shoes and stuff like just because I know
on for
right,
people that
feel
don't
me? A
know
little something light, but like just for like. Cause I like that more exclusivity and stuff, and then it's dope like when someone like you see somebody outside like cause not too many people probably gonna know like oh that's like you know that or it's like limited or something like that, but it's like it's always dope to get like your kudos from like even your peers or whatever like that or like, you know what I'm saying like oh yeah bro that's dope I see you rocking that you know so kind of you know bring about that type of vibe you know what I'm saying like,
I think a real big dope part too is like I was at Complex Con last year, and like we're gonna be here. We're gonna be there this year too. We definitely everybody pop out for sure because we got some plans in the works. Well, I don't want to talk about it, jinx it or nothing like that. But we got some plans in the works. But when I was there last year, I got to talk to Sunny Digital, and like I got to talk to a lot of people. But like you notice like when they eyes click. Like when I say like, oh, it's limited. Well, you know, 27. Like once it's sold out, it's sold out. No re-releases. It's like they tapped in. They're like, what? So like, if I want that right now and it's sold out, I can't get it. No, you can't get it. Yeah. So like, we end up getting into a deeper conversation. I'm just like, well, you make music. Like, how much is a stream worth?
Yeah.
I really don't know. I'm like, bro, you're one of the biggest producers in the game. You don't know how much a stream is worth, but you know that if you made physicals, if you made records, or if you made CDs, you would know how much you're selling this CD. You know how many units of this CD you're selling. I'm like, that's the issue. It's like everything mass produced. So like we're trying to be like Volkswagen, whereas like back in the day they was making big ass cars. Everybody was making these big station wagons. Volkswagen gets the biggest billboard in LA and puts the smallest ad on it.
Yes.
And that small ad on this huge billboard brings all this traction. They're just like, what is that? You know what I mean? It's like filling a void in like this time where everything's mass produced. Like we're doing something different. So it's just like you're not gonna really see what we're doing, and we haven't seen anything that we're like doing. Like as far as the limited stuff and the piece numbers, like don't get me wrong, people have tried to steal it. Yeah. People I know have tried to steal it, but they don't know like how we're even able to do this because it's expensive. So it's just like they don't know how we're doing this. So and even if they figured out that sauce and how to do the piece numbers or whatever, 27 pieces, you're not going to want to sell 27 pieces forever. You're not dedicated like that. You want to sell 10,000 pieces.
Yeah, a lot of people are more so in it for like the money and stuff like that. But you know, it's more so like it's like we want to bring a vibe back and like you know what I'm saying actually like you know bring back the culture of like real street fashion like that ain't just bullshit. You know what I'm saying like that.
No, that's real.
Push people back to brick and mortar. Push people back to curating like a real vibe. Like you know like we used to I used to stand in line for Jordans and shit like that, and it was like. I got some friends that I met for life standing in line for hours with Jordans, like my homies like Chandler and Buka, shit like that from back home. We literally was just standing in line waiting for the Raptor 7s. Them is my boys forever. Like they buy the brand all the time, and it's just like that's what we're trying to bring back. It's like a community and like
genuine connection.
Where were you at when you got this?
Exactly.
Like, what were you doing when you got this? Or like you see somebody at a festival and you see somebody with that on, you're like, damn, I got that at home. There's only 27 of those. So like. Who does bro know, or how did he get that? Did you get that online? Did you get that off of them? Like, how did you get that? So
and we want you to know too that also when you buy our clothes, you can wash them comfortably. You don't gotta worry about them shredding apart, letters cracking, falling off. Like none of that, bro. Threads coming out. Like no, that's not. No, your stuff will actually last you for years to come. You know what I'm saying? Like a piece you can wear and put up and come back to it because you know what I'm saying. Like it's not stuff that's trendy, so we're not making trendy products, stuff that's like in the hype and stuff like that. We're making stuff that we really feel, or like our life experiences that more of the people that grew up and did and stuff like that too. So it's like that type of stuff don't just die out, you know what I mean? Like, cause that stuff is redone. It might be done in a different way or whatever, but it's still like it's reincorporated into your life. So that's a timeless piece. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not nothing
Even
trendy.
like with this
you know what I'm
top stitch, like I only see people do like V-line.
It's very rare to top stitch, yeah.
But it's just like the color palette and just like us sticking to our brand colors and just sticking to us, not like cause everybody now is making Hellstar inspired shit. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to put a face on a shirt with crazy text, front and back print.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like this is a front and back print, but it's just like I feel like this was would stand the test of time more than not to say like I love Hellstar.
Yeah.
I love Shawnee. I love Juice. I think like what they're genuine dudes. Like I met them at Complex Con. Like what they're doing is great. But I just feel like people are biting their way.
Right, they're trying to chase that sauce. They're
And
trying
now
to chase
it's
that
going to be
formula.
hard to reinvent from that space because now it's kind of like they're in that. Now they're in that time frame where they got to reinvent something because everybody is making tutorials even on YouTube like how to make a Hellstar type. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
That's facts, bro. I think that these days, like with the internet, a lot of the times the creativity part of it gets so like exhausting because people are chasing those formulas and they're chasing this feeling of like mass success. Like you said, people want to sell 10,000 shirts. They don't know what it's like to just sell 27 good pieces, and I think that's what makes you guys so special because you stand in that. What for you guys is like your favorite era of fashion right now?
I mean, I feel we had this conversation the other day.
Yeah.
That Wayne era where he was wearing chrome hearts before boys was wearing chrome hearts.
Yes, sir. On the low
the
too.
Silhouette was, it was real subtle. Like the silhouette was crazy with the bape and the chrome hearts and the wallet chains. Like I feel like now I'm finally like being 32 and like having our own brand. Like we're finally able to embody the things that we grew up on. Like I want bro to instill what he feels like from his childhood and the things that he loves. I want to instill what I feel from my childhood. I want Tiff like to jump in more with the women's stuff and really elevate elevate the things that we love because I feel like that look is like I was just posting the Wayne pictures the other day like them. That look is timeless. Like people still dressing like that today. Like they're still trying to emulate that wallet chain, baggy jeans, like hoodie with the t-shirt or the tank underneath, like shades. Like
and I will say like I'm all for like the baggier culture only because like I feel like when I get dressed like I want to be comfortable and like chill, like relax, like swaying through like. Like I mean I'm a bigger person so tighter clothes for me don't make me feel too comfortable and like I'm just vibing like you know what I'm saying so I'm all for like the looser fit you know what I'm saying more like because I feel like when you get dressed you're supposed to be chilling bro you ain't supposed to be all uptight and like you know what I mean like
that's moving around
you gotta
move
you gotta move you gotta feel yourself like you can't really feel yourself if you're all like clenched up trying to make sure you know what I'm saying so.
No, like that's what's important, like with stuff like this, or even this jersey. Like me and him always talk about it. Like when we did the campaign with this jersey, like they sold so fast. I think they sold so fast because we're both in the picture.
Yes.
See, like he's a 2XL, I'm a medium.
Yes.
But we both look good in this because like I really took the time.
To understand the
he was on my ass about it too. He like, hey, bro, like crop down. No, I'm like, you just gotta trust me, bro. Trust me with it.
No, real talk.
I want to make sure that it lays good on everybody. And like, I really think I did a good job with like how this lays and even like how that shirt lays. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna hold you. I told him earlier. I'm like, I like this shirt way better on him than me. Yeah. I do love this shirt. I get compliments on this shirt all the time, but it's just something about like the way bro be wearing it. I be fucking.
Yes, no, I fuck with that. I think that it's so interesting like now because, and I asked that question about the eras because I think we live in a time when it's almost like all eras are happening at the same time. Yeah. But I think that as like people in fashion, we can mix it in ways that's somewhat different to where it just creates like a whole different vision.
No, that's true.
Yes,
yeah.
and if you got it, you got it,
true,
right?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that. All of us in this room for sure got it in different ways, and I think it's cool how we can express that in different ways. That's the beauty of a brand like what you have, like to only have so many pieces being put out and only so many people that can wear it, but then to see how each of those different entities and individuals puts it into life, I think it's so crazy and cool. Yeah. But yeah, it just speaks to like the multidimensionality of it, and
that's what I was gonna say, like
thoroughness of the business.
Also, like in the future, like we want to express that more too, like because when we make clothes, it's like we're not really making it for like a certain look. It's more so like you can get this and do your thing with it. Like we don't want it to be like, oh, you get this and you gotta dress this specific way, wear basically an outfit that look. No, man, we making pieces. So you buy your piece and you do your shit with it. Like you put it on how you want to put it on. It's not a certain way. Like we try to incorporate. Well, in the future we're gonna incorporate that more in like in our photo shoots and stuff. Like it's not like just for one style. Like you can, you know what I'm saying, put it on and go crazy. Like you know what I'm saying, do what you want to do with it. Like you know what I'm saying.
I think that's my favorite part about it is like some people that get it, like some of the people that like might not be the most popular dude, might not be the most fly dude. Like one of my best friends, Ricky, he always talk like me and him always talk about him like he says all the time, you're teaching people how to dress. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest part about your brand is that you're teaching people how to dress. You have to lean more into that, like show different walks of life with it, because like you know anybody could put that on and feel like there's somebody, you know, like my boy Justin, he used to be Mac Miller's photographer. He wore it in like Colorado or something like that. He's like three people walked up to him and was like, bro, that's the best shirt in the bar is a wolf in sheepskin shirt.
Okay, yeah.
He like that's the best shirt in the bar. I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's dope.
That was the first shirt, and I didn't like that shirt when I first made it. Like I remember calling him on FaceTime, like I don't know, like when I seen the crowd was kind of tweaking. You know, like I'm hyper critical about everything that I do. Like that was our first designs. We spent a lot of money on it.
Yes,
like, it was a lot of journey. So I'm just like, I don't know about this, but he always reassures me. Tiff always reassures me. You reassure me too. So it's just like we have such a good base of people that's behind us that really like wants to see us win. Like
no, real talk.
That's facts, bro. I think, you know, community is important and we gotta lean into that. And the theme I've gotten from these interviews tonight is to trust that like process, and even when it seems a little ugly, that's okay because we had to get it out. You know, like,
you gotta push through it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody ain't gonna feel everything you do in life. You know what I mean? If they do, kudos to you. That's dope. Like you feel me? But like you can't expect everyone to like everything you do because everyone ain't you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like you're your own person. So you know what I mean? Like people can catch your vibe. Yeah, that's dope. But everybody ain't gonna fully feel like what you got going on. That's cool. Like, you gotta accept
and you gotta let them meet it. You gotta let the work meet them where they're at.
Exactly.
And they can meet it where they're at.
Exactly.
And it can just be an exchange.
I mean, like one of the biggest arguments, like me and my mom had recently, was about that CIA shirt. She's just like, well, I feel like you might, you know, push certain people away. Like, don't you want everybody to wear it? And I'm like, no, I really don't want.
And we really don't.
To wear
like, it's not for everybody either. Like we're not trying to please everyone. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying. Like, if you like it, you like it, and that's what makes you a part of the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly what we don't want. We don't want everyone to try to like, cause like, I mean, it's not like we're against everyone, but it's like, no, cause it's not supposed to be like everything ain't for everybody. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, why would we try to make things for everybody? Like, we don't know what everybody wants, but we know what we like, and we gonna push what we like and do what we like. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course we'll take feedback and stuff like that, but it's like, this is us. Like, you know what I'm saying? You catching our vibe, that's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come party with us then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
to be honest, like me and him talk about it all the time. Like, there's certain people that like ask about our pieces, and I'm like, what do you really like this? Like, what do you like?
Like it'd be crazy.
Like, older white people, like Asian people. Like I had some old lady in the airport ask me about this jersey. She was just like, oh, I love the Steelers. Like, you know, that like kind of encapsulates like the Pittsburgh type of vibe. Like, I love that. Where can I get that? I'm just like, there's an older white lady. I'm just like, oh, that's.
And I feel like that's even doper when you're fully like really doing you and doing your own thing, and people are coming up to you and saying, because like, it's like, oh damn, bet, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I wasn't like really trying to get like, you know what I'm saying, like capture nobody, but it's like, so when people are feeling what I got going on, that's a cool compliment. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope to be yourself, because when people come and actually encourage you about it, it's like it's a better feeling than you like knowing that you didn't like really try to like, you know what I'm saying, please everyone or something like that. People are just really rocking what you got going on. Like, that's dope.
It's way more genuine. It's way more genuine.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
And that encourages us, like, fuels the fire. It keeps us going, because it's like, okay, bet, like, you know what I'm saying, and that helps us think like when we put out stuff that we're not sure about, like how you said, like the wolf and sheep, people love that shirt. So it's like, hey,
that's one of my favorites. Like, that's one of my, and I'm looking forward to that CIA shirt. Definitely looking forward to that one if that ever comes out. Is there any launches that we can anticipate soon, or what can we kind of look forward to from the 27 Degenerates world in the near future?
I'm not gonna lie, Trump fucked us up with these tariffs.
Oh, he playing games, man.
He's a bitch.
We got to get it right.
I said what I said. That he's a bitch.
It's facts.
But guess what, though? We gonna persevere through it. We're gonna push
Yes.
through it. So we got a full schedule of things that we try to put out. We're definitely want to lean more into like women's wear.
Definitely trying to get the ladies right. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we got a
Yeah.
lot. We got a good
They
lady,
need-
good lady following too. So
Yes.
we'll definitely try to
Yes,
get
gotta
something going
take
for
care
them.
of the women for sure.
Yeah.
They need the swag.
Yeah,
They-
they got
they
the
like the
motion.
stuff-
They got the
Yeah.
motion
Right.
too. So
They get the
Yes.
follow, they get the likes, they get the I mean, honestly, they like the stuff that we're put, but like, there's not like the way this lays, like it's not necessarily for like a petite.
yeah,
Right.
You know, so like we want to put more, and even like stuff that like is the same design, but it's more catered to, you know, so
Yeah,
it might
more-
be the same
yeah,
pants,
cuts
but
and stuff like that
This is
for
men's,
women.
this is women's.
Yes. I like that. So to wrap it all up, staying in line with the feeling of finding ground, our Filmraiser. What's something that helps you guys stay grounded as creatives these days?
Honestly, my family.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
family's
family.
my family's my biggest motivation right now. You know, kind of
Shit.
everything that I do is for my family and for you
Yeah.
know, like it's cool to want the Maybach, but like I want to see my baby in the back of the Maybach. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So like
even just the talks we have amongst each other too. Like
Yeah.
honestly, that helps a lot.
we
you
know how far we've came as men.
Yeah.
Like me and him
That's
came
real.
along since we met each other. Like
Yeah.
you know, we came a long way as men. So like we know where we started at, we know where we want to go to. So it's like we
Yes.
kind of he pushes me, I push him, like vice versa. Like
Yeah, no,
I feel
real
like we
talk.
got a perfect synergy when it comes to that. And you know, Tiff is like the executor. Like
Yeah.
if we got an idea. We want to flip the website. We want to, get some packaging done, or we want to do anything. Like she's going to execute. Like as long as I have the idea, or we got the idea. Like she executes. So I feel like us three is like a perfect synergy. Like
Yes.
even like people try to jump in on like what we got going on. Like I lost a couple friends because of that. They like, oh yeah, y'all doing this. Like oh yeah, I want to be a part of that. Like no, we got a good thing going on. Like I'm not trying to. We got. Me and him never argue about nothing, and we might, not see eye to eye on certain things, but we work through it. And I just feel like
it's a genuine creative process.
that's hard to
And
find.
it just goes on to like with thing like too, like you can't please everyone too. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta know who you can work with, or like who you can communicate with. Like that's a big part of like building your community and stuff too. But like I said, like, the community definitely keeps us grounded too though. Like just like how you say, like when you're being out in public and people coming, like that's dope. Like that keeps us like okay, it motivates us, keeps us grounded. Like you know what I'm saying, like it helps us stay humble. You know what I'm saying, like that. So, yeah.
No, I mean, I think, I love what you guys are doing. I think that people see it. I love seeing the outfits. I love seeing how it resonates with different people. I just wore the Juneteenth shirt in D.C. This last weekend. Got a lot of compliments on it.
Okay, dope.
I love the work, and, I just whatever we can do through Urban Conscious, support you guys, do more visuals, campaigns, whatever it is, we're here for it. But, we love what you guys are doing, and definitely here to support the journey.
But we got to do. We've been supposed to, sit down together for a minute, so I'm glad we got to do it.
No, real talk.
100%. This definitely won't be the last interview. We got to do more podcasts. Just share ideas. I think ideas are really important. We're all intelligent people here, and I think we have great perspectives.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys coming through and being on the podcast and
Most
just sharing what
definitely,
y'all
bro.
are about. And this definitely won't be the last time y'all hear from 27 Degenerates on the UC podcast on Urban Conscious. Tell the people where they can get in touch with you guys again, and
Well, we got Instagram. You know what I'm saying.
At this 27 Degenerates across.
It's 27 Degenerates.
27 Degenerates worldwide. Yes, sir.
Everything,
Basically,
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, even. I mean, we ain't
Hey,
active
they on there
Facebook,
though.
I'm
The
not gonna
people's
lie.
is on there. The people is on Facebook. That's real.
They are. It's a big audience. I wasn't on Facebook for like 5 years, and I just had to like kind of get back into it. So I got like thousands of messages on there.
Cause there's a lot of people post a lot of events on Facebook. That's the thing.
Yes.
So like Facebook is good for that. I feel like.
Yes, we got to use our tools, man. I think that we forget that as creatives sometimes, but this experience for me has definitely been a reminder to just embrace the process and embrace the community and just have fun with it. So again, I thank you guys for being here and just showing out and just keep doing what y'all do, man. I'm definitely here to support it.
Appreciate you for having us, bro.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. That's what's up. And that wraps up the live interview for the Filmraiser event.